Good morning, folks. Good morning. No, sorry. Good afternoon. Yeah, this is Spirit Journey. And let's see, today is August 22, 2020, and it's about 2:05 p.m. And yes, I'm with the gang also. Let me show you them. Let me turn my iPhone to that. They love it. They love it. Yeah, this shopping cart works very, I hope I got it. This shopping cart works even better than the that dog carrier that guy looks like a baby carriage. This one, they can't jump out. Yep. So I love the other one. The wheels were fantastic to go up and down curves. But as you saw in one of my videos, my little boy had jumped out, even though they're tethered in. Yes, he did. He did it twice, and as a result of that, I told the person who gave it to me that I wanted to return it, and I'm going to revert to my shopping cart until I can find something better. Yeah, it was very spooky. But this thing, it keeps them in. Yeah? And it's stable, pretty stable. And I have, as you see that belt, let me show you the belt that I bought. Okay? Yeah, and then I have these things that I bought. Okay? And I have the leashes attached to it. And so when I take them out of the shopping cart and want to just walk them, I can walk them without having them tethered to the shopping cart and topple it over. So this works for me for now. And if I need to change this, then I'll do that. Yeah, it's Saturday afternoon. I'm going to go on the other side of the street. I'm going to stay on the same side. I'm just going to, some things. Some things you just can't avoid. Because remember, the other day, I had my cell phone going on. And I had walked on the opposite side of the street thinking I'll be safer on that side, since a lot of the melee seems to happen on this side of the street. And guess what happened? That dude. Yep. It's really sad, but you have the people here, the homeless, getting more aggressive. They're getting more aggressive, and they are asking for money. And some of the people, well, what happened to me, I had said, I'm sorry. And then this guy had groped me, So some of them are perverts. They don't get your money, so they want to squeeze a feel, And then they can't keep them in prison or jail because of the COVID. So someone could be a fucking rapist, excuse my language. Someone could be a rapist or something, and they're not gonna go in jail or the crazy house because of COVID. I think it's more the so-called crazy house. It's always probably crazy. No, he knew exactly what he was doing. He might be a little off, but he knew exactly what he was doing. He planned it. Okay, he didn't get the money. Then he calls, he's at a pretense, used my dogs to be able to stand close to me, because he was pretending to be interested in my dogs, to talk to, find out about them, and then he did what he did. He knew exactly what he was doing. So So this is actually working well for now. They get more air. Yeah, they get more air. And I'll use it for now. I want to try to save as much money that I can. I perceive things are going to get really challenging economically. Yeah, I had to pay for my dog's medical bills. Uh-oh, I hope it's not starting to rain. Oh shoot, it's starting to rain. Oh brother, I may have to turn back home. Yep, it's raining. It's raining right now. Wow. Well, it is what it is. I still want to go out. I need it and my dogs need it. Oh shoot, it's really starting to rain. I gotta go in here. Wow. Wow, that's something. Oops. Yeah, it's starting to drizzle. Oh. So, either way, let's see. Oh, let me keep on going. Let me keep on. So either way, today's a new day. And let me see. What have I done today? Yeah, I uploaded that video. What did I do? That video that I did this morning. And what was it about now? After a while, like I upload the videos, I just get whatever was off my chest. Wow, it's raining harder now. Shoot. I gotta find a place. Yeah, it's starting to get heavier. Yeah, I'll go right up there. Yeah, oh brother. Yeah, it's now really starting to rain. Oh, here's a little. Oh no, I'll go to the next one. Let me go in here. I'm gonna stay here for a little bit. Yeah, it's starting to rain heavy now. Heavier. Yep. I didn't know it was gonna rain. Boy, my memory is not the same as it was before. Oh well, when it comes to my memory, I'll bring it up. Oh, I remember. I did a video regarding Tony Rodriguez, the person that I interviewed a little over 2 years ago. The video was about him being kidnapped as a child and put into the secret space program. And I addressed the issue at least 2 other times. But upon hearing this person speak I think it was yesterday, this other YouTuber who said, maybe he has to reevaluate his channel. I mean, he said something like that before, this other YouTuber. And he said what was really key, that rather than him trying to help others or educate others, he needs to first educate and help himself. And that's true. So even though I feel that I'm trying to reach out to those who want to hear and hear my journey, because this is a process. We haven't arrived, none of us arrived, but we're on our journey. And that's why I call this channel Spirit Journey. But it gets you frustrated because you care. Some people really care and they feel the opposition. So I think I was motivated with his video that I heard, I think yesterday or the day before. Yeah, baby, it's okay. It's starting to rain. I just want to stand here a little bit. But because it got me to think, and all of a sudden, all my equipment is not working properly. And I'm doing the best that I can to try to fix and resolve the problem. My camcorder here has all this content on it. It's not broken, but it's no longer compatible with my Mac. And in order to me to make it compatible, I have to erase everything on that disk, and I don't want to do that. So I'm waiting for a response. It needs new software on my computer. Ever since I upgraded the operating system on my Mac, a lot of things had messed up. So I guess I was just taking this as a sign of what's going on. And I felt the frustration from that other YouTuber sharing his feelings, and it's pretty much how I feel also. And then last night, I was watching a video. These YouTubers had interviewed Tony Rodriguez. I didn't listen. I mean, I just skimmed through it real quickly. And it just triggered something in me. And I started really thinking again about what this Super Soldier Secret Space Program is really about, which I discussed one or two other times. It just reminds me of the Good Old Boys Network, and one of the two female YouTubers, black YouTubers that I've been listening to on and off, had shared either earlier this week or last week that when she first came on the scene and went to like the chat room, they rejected her, and okay, the sun's coming back. They rejected her and called her the N-word. They were horrible. And so I'm wondering whether what this is all about. That they don't want certain women in there. They don't think they don't value us. That's important. We're the mothers of the planet, and they're saying they don't want us. So I got offended, and I started. Thank you. So I got angry, and I shared what I said on today's video. I don't hate them. I just hate their behavior. I feel that it's culturally brainwashing. They've been culturally brainwashed to treat certain people a certain way. Because, see, we're devalued in this country. And again, I don't want to get on this bugle horn and sound like a victim and, oh, black women, this and that. You know, you have plenty of black women who are bad role models. We have it. So I don't want to act like we're saints. None of us are perfect. But some of us who are really trying to make a positive change in this country, in our communities, and then you're disrespected. You're not considered good enough. You're not valued. No woman wants to feel, especially black women, want to feel that they're not valued, or they're not considered beautiful. And that could really anger somebody. Yeah, because we're all beautiful. Beauty is not a skin color, a hair texture. Beauty is what comes from within. Yep. And that's what I want to focus on. I purposely don't put on a lot of makeup. I just have on lipstick just to keep my lips moist. That's it. I keep my hands natural. Yeah, I show you my hands. Yeah, see, these are my hands. They're natural. Okay? You have some women who are natural, and they want to promote that natural beauty. I don't want to feel like, you have women that feel like they have to put tons of makeup on. They have to put on these fake nails. And people are so used to fakeness, and that when they see the real McCoy, they start to question whether that's real, because they are so accustomed to fake. They even like fake news. Yeah. And I see this type of stuff on the internet, and I say, I don't want that. So I purposely uncolor my hair. I don't do I like to keep my hands nice and clean. That I like. But I don't have to put stuff on top of it. Anything that takes away from your natural beauty, that damages your body in any part, is not a beauty regimen. Okay? That's how I really feel. And that's also why I carry myself what I do. That it's okay to be casual. And it's okay to get dressed up. So, yeah, that's what's happening. What else? Oh, I've come across this young black woman. Her name is Kim Klacik. Klacik, something like that. Klacik. Yeah. And let me tell you, she is from Boston. And she did the video maybe 10 months ago. So this is a while ago that she did this video. Kim is a black woman, and she lives in that city, and she put attention to this section of Baltimore, Maryland. There's certain parts of Baltimore that's very infamous, and she had someone take a video of her walking. She was wearing a red outfit, red high heels, red dress, and she walked through that town of all burnt out buildings. And she interviewed some of the residents that were there. And you know what? She got picked up by President Donald J. Trump. And as a result, her video went viral. Isn't that something when someone high up or influential on social media sees your content, by just them mentioning your name, you get how do you say? Oh, I don't know what's the right term, but you get noticed, and people start to take you seriously. So I watched her video several times. I liked it. She was spunky. She spoke very poised, very affirmative. And she talked about how, if Black Lives Matter, and she believes Black Lives Matter, but how come this town is, it was horrible. All burnt out buildings, and they were saying, oh shoot, let me fix this, my little doggy's tail is sticking out. Okay. Sorry, I had to get her tail out. It was sticking in the middle, not by the wheels, but still. Yeah, I have to be very careful. But either way, she She interviewed some of the residents there, and they said that they do not want their neighborhood to be to pull police away, not at all. Defund police. They said, no, we don't want that. They said, one of them said that two of his sons got killed. And he wants the police there. And then they mentioned that, let me just cross the street here. Sorry. Okay. They mentioned that, what was I just saying now? They mentioned that the city has taken rubbish and dumped it in these neighborhoods, the city itself. Why would they do something like that? Horrible. And that it was attracting rats. And guess what happened? When Trump saw that commercial. See, Trump is smart. He has his people, I guess, go on social media and check out other people's, what's out there. And Trump got them to clean it up. It put notice on it, and I'm happy for her. I'm very pleased. Yeah, I'm very pleased that, because that type of stuff is going to attract all types of things. And here they talk about the corona. See how phony it is, the corona. Why would you have a filthy place like that would attract bacteria and viruses to harbor and spread in the community? So it's not about cleanliness and sanitizer, because if that was an issue, they would have cleaned up those places so it won't spread the germs and stuff like that. Right? So part of me feels that it's being manipulated. It's being taken advantage of. Yes, there might be people who have a cold and a flu, and the elderly are susceptible to the diseases. They should really, they should try to figure out how to protect the elderly in those old folks' homes, right? Those are the people who are dying the fastest. Those poor people. It's a death sentence to put the elderly in an old folks' home in the United States. It'll kill them. People didn't die last year from it, from the cold or flu. What do they do to protect those people? See, they're doing it for money. This money, this system, this country, it's not about lives, human lives. It's about money, money, money. How to make more money. They don't want to do a good job. They don't want to do service. It's all about getting money. And again, nothing wrong of earning your keep. And nothing wrong of desiring the better things in your life. But it's like you don't care about who you're serving. I would throw them all out. Throw them out, and maybe just even throw them in jail. See, they want that job because it's an easy job. They just sit on their ass and watch those people die and get all these bed sores. That's what they're about. And the more bodies you can get, more people they can get in, and a high turnover, the more money they get from the health insurance. That's what I speculate. I think it's awful. Yeah, we don't love each other anymore. There are people who won't reach out to me anymore because of politics. I voted for the past 40 years. So why should this one be any different with certain people, right? But they're making it an issue. I couldn't care less who votes for who, right? Doesn't matter. You vote for who you want to vote for, I'll vote for who I want to vote for, and move on. Yeah, they're doing construction on the street, so this is happening. And let's see, let me move it. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. You have a good one. Thank you. I got it. Yeah, they're doing construction on the street, and I had to maneuver it a little better. That was nice. Fellow bicyclist asked if I needed help. I was going to say yeah. I said, let me try one more time. But yes, some New Yorkers are really great people. Great people, It's not about political party. And that woman, Kim Klacik, I think should be running on the Republican ticket. But it's not even about Republican and Democrat. I couldn't care less what political party. It's helping. It's doing something to help the community you live in. Yeah, that's what I thought it was always about. Wow. So, sorry. Let me just make sure my other dog's tail is not out. Okay, it's tucked in. Yeah, I love my city. I love this place. Where else could I walk to see a beautiful park? You could see water, plants, some of the specialty foods. Where else in the world could I see that? When you go outside of the U.S., they may not be as kind to women, single women, and they may try to take advantage of you. I mean, anybody could take advantage, in any location, against a person. But I have to be realistic. I have a very good setup. I'm really, really blessed. It is the best country in the whole world. But it just has some rotten apples, and I want them out. I want them out. And I want this human trafficking of children. It's primarily children and women. Of course, you do have males, men, but not as much. But you do have it. I'm sure you have it. And it seems like this pedophilia is feeding a lot of the perversions in the top 1 percentile of the ruling class. They are deviants. Let me fix something. Sorry. They're deviants. And especially the foster care system. See, the New York City is Democrat, and you have a very high, foster care system. And they're losing children. There are children that are missing. And they're black children. Regardless of language, whether they're Spanish speaking or English speaking, it's still black people. That's who's getting missing. Why? I posted a video maybe 2 months ago. I mean, I've been pumping out so many videos, but about a possible, these kids allegedly, some underground thing in Central Park. And it was said that they rescued children. Now, I saw that on somebody's private website. A YouTuber, a very known YouTuber, made reference to it. That's how I found out about it. Now, I never heard anything on the major news about it, and I cannot verify. But that's really pointed. Is that true? Were kids rescued from an underground facility in Central Park? And if not, why would someone make up these urban lies? You know, because there are kids that are missing in the foster care system. And I believe that they're being trafficked. Look at the people who watch over those kids. I had wanted to foster about 7 years ago. Yes, 7 years ago this year, I had initiated the steps of becoming a foster parent, but I wasn't able to continue with it. You need a backup system, and I didn't have it. And I felt so heartbroken. And I don't want to impose on people, hey, could you be my backup? You know, you can't, you know, I don't want that. If like I'm really tight with them or something and I live with them, that's something else. But that's someone that I'm not really in contact with. So I had to drop it. And that's when I got my little boy, my Pekingese. Yeah, that's what happened. I got depressed. And I went to I had my 2 little dogs then. And then I went to the pet shop to just kind of cheer myself up, seeing the little baby puppies. And I walked out with one. Yes, I did. I did. So he was the little boy that I wanted. Yeah, there's so many of these young black males that are kept in the system. And it's done deliberate. It's done deliberately. And I hate it. So these guys get confused, angry, and so some of them get into criminality. Some of them, I don't know what they're putting in their food, but some of them are becoming feminized. Now, if that's a natural choice, then so be it. But I don't think that those things, what's happening is an organic happening. It's awful. Let's see, what else? You know, people are resources. But see, they don't want the black male to gather steam, you know. They don't want them to gather momentum in New York City. Historically, that's such a hatred for the black male. And so they have a target against them. And I would love for the next candidate to say no to all that and start training American blacks especially the black male, to get them educated, reading, writing, arithmetic, and teach them a skill.
Good dog, Bentley.
Hey. Yeah. But see, they don't want you to, they don't want them to grow. And I think what's being done is criminal. You have, like, when I did volunteer work at a predominantly black, a black hospital, I'm just going to call it that, a black hospital in New York City. I wanted to help so badly. And I don't really have a lot of money, but I used my money from my own pocket to try to help make the system run smoother. Like, you have a language barrier. Now, they're supposed to have a system up and running, but they don't. It's faulty. They had a phone system, and that it has a translator on the other end, because a lot of the people, clients there, do not speak English. But it ain't working properly, or they don't have enough of it. So I got something translated. I was there for several months, and I said, okay, I'm noticing that it's wasting time when they're waiting for a translator, and they need to get the clients in and out. So I had something translated in French and English, the basic questions that they seem to say over and over and over again when I'm there, when I was there doing volunteer work. So I saw what was lacking. So I got it done. There's the French on one side and the English translation on the other. So they could just point to, the question that they want to ask the interviewer and get a response. So I had it laminated, and it cost a lot of money. And I used my own money. No one asked me to do it. And I handed them out. They didn't want to use it. So they're very resistant. So it's not about helping the client. So you have people here in New York City who are in positions of power or influence, and they have a lot of money, and they don't use their money to try to help the system, right? But I'm a pauper, and I used what little money I had to help a system. No one asked me to do it, and why these people who want to be mayor or some other office, and they're not doing anything. They're not showing that they care. And to implement a 3 strikes and you're out, rather than, hey, get them off the street. You know exactly what they're doing. You know exactly what the system is doing to these black people. And then they encourage immigration from these 2 locations on this planet, primarily for the better jobs. So again, it's pushing out the generationally American blacks from those jobs. But they're only pushing us blacks for jobs like security guard, and that's about it. Retail and the food industry, they want for other immigrants. Okay? And I've been in those industries. I've worked many occupations, and so I saw firsthand how they treated Americans, American blacks, American black women, like myself. So no one is ever addressing that issue in New York City, because you want to be politically correct, because it's like they love the immigrant better than the American, the black American, to be specific. Okay. So I was encouraged to see this young black woman, Kim Classic, who's going to run for Congress. Yeah, she's running for Congress in her district. I think it's District 7. And I'm really excited for her. More power to her. Yes, I'm excited. I think I might want to write to her, go to her website and write something encouraging. And, I may even contribute. Yeah, I don't really follow politics. I never really have. And I only started to pay attention a little bit when Trump was running for office. That was the first time. First and only time. Yeah, the politics in New York City, it's very particular. It's basically run by two factions, Jews and Catholics. And Catholics are generally the Italians. Have you had an Irish? Since the Irish run the fire department, but like the politics, the government, like a mayor or governor, like right now, they're from of Italian ancestry. And then prior to that, we had a Jewish mayor. So, but then they never address the issue. I think what I would like to see in New York, this is what I would like, a re-education. You need to educate local history. I like local history of New York, including and detailed about the indigenous people who lived here in New York and the slave trade that happened in New York City. People just think slavery only happened in the South. It happened all the 13 colonies, all of them. That's right. You need to first educate people. I would also like something to address the food issue here. We get all this processed food and all this obesity here, and that's increasing the obesity rate in New York City. So I would like our food to come from local farms and to ban all GMOs. That's what I do. Ban it all. Spread out housing all over. See, ghettos are created. It was created to keep certain people in certain areas. Well, I want to remove that. And to, what's that word? Audit the banks. Because see, the banks are what they call redlining. They're doing a system so that to devalue your property. When you devalue someone's property to make it so that they can't succeed in life, I consider that terrorism. It is terrorism. To make it so that you cannot thrive. It's like putting a mask on and say, I can't breathe. We can't breathe. Everybody else could breathe, but we can't breathe. So, we have to address those housing. You have many, did you know that you have the landlords and they're double dipping? They have landlords who get a contract with the city to put homeless people, and so they increase the rate of, let's say the apartment was going for $800, they'll ask the city for $2,000. And it's not like that, okay, now, business is business, right? That's what they'll say. But okay, well, we got that extra money, fix the place. But they're not doing that. And so I would have an audit for all landlords and a hotline. Now, I'm sure they have hotlines now for tenants. But see, they're not afraid, the landlords, because they have people from their, I'm just going to say it. These landlords are corrupt, and they're members of groups that historically hate people of color. And they siphon all that money from the black community for their communities and for their illicit activities. I don't like them. I don't like, they create evil. They create evil. And they don't have to do that. They're getting paid. They live in spectacular homes. Some areas in Queens, they take this garbage and they dump it in black neighborhoods. Why can't they dump it in their home? Or why don't you make it easy for companies to dump their garbage? Okay? You want the system to work for you as a community. Make it easy. It's highly corrupt, this system, highly. So I had to, yeah, it's insanity.
Horrible, horrible.
Insanity. Just look and make sure they're little tails. Yeah, it's insanity what's being done. Yeah. What else? I talked about health. Yeah, the health system. Alternative medicine. Alternative medicine is important. They have all this so-called standard medical care, but it's what's making people sick. I'll ban those medicines that cause sickness in people. They know that when you give someone a particular medicine, that down the road they will have kidney and or liver failure. And I doubt the patients know about that. I would ban those medicines. I would promote natural medicine. Give them an alternative. That every hospital has to have that alternative medicine, and chiropractic medicine as well. Sorry. Yeah, alternative medicine. Yeah. Encourage private homes, gardens. Fruit, vegetable garden. Teach it in school. Teach in the school system how to plant seedlings for veggies and fruits. Yeah, to make New York urban life work for you, to supplement maybe your food. Teach that. Teach them where their food comes from. Where does your food come from? Right? You gotta know where your food comes from. What else? What else should I say? What I would want in New York? Accountability. See, there's no accountability. Let's say those people who are throwing the garbage have those they have all these cameras, but they're not using it. Right? Why aren't they using it? They'd be able to find out who's dumping that trash. And there is human trafficking in New York. Yeah, I mentioned that through the foster care. Drugs, what did I say about the illicit drugs? Try to find out why it's implemented. Why do they have the drugs? Well, people are depressed.
Now he's a super cat man, are you Adan? Now he's a super cat man, are you Adan? Now he's a super cat man, are you Adan?
Yeah, the illicit drugs. Man, where I live, you see these little vials. I presume that it's to put crack in it, those little round rocks. It's like a plastic, then they come in different colors, and they're all over the place. People are stressed out. And there has to be a crackdown on the sex crimes. I think to banish, to put restrictions on what content to have out there. Because see, it's feeding, the violence is being fed. You know, now again, some people, okay, let's say that it's something that you have to sign up for on the internet. But like out in the open, where children are walking by, don't have that stuff around them. And there has to be a better system to protect children. Children are your biggest asset. Children are your future. Let's say this. Looks like an exercise class. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go inside, baby. Sorry. Yeah. After this COVID, there has to be a coming back together. We're afraid of each other now. There's something I wanted to talk about with the COVID. Now we have a Surgeon General. Now, it was my understanding that the Surgeon General is responsible for the health status concerns of all Americans, all its people that reside here. But in all this COVID, you really don't hear, oh, there was something, I heard of something, I think it was yesterday on a commercial, yeah. What was that he wanted? What was that now? It'll come to me later on, but I wish that he had more to say about the health. Oh, he was talking about the health status of Black Americans. And then in this crisis, it's affecting Black people and other minorities at a high rate. So he wanted to implement something. Oh, what was that now? I'm trying to remember. Oh, well, I'm sorry, I forgot. Wow, there's just so much information that I'm getting, and it gets kind of clustered in my head, scrambled in my head. But it was something. Oh. Well, one thing I could say about the high rates of chronic diseases amongst the Black community, I've known about that for over 10 years because I was a science major, health And that's what really got me so excited to want to help when I did the volunteer work at a black hospital in New York City. You see that we're dying. We have a lot of obesity here. So something has to be done. And I think it's the poor quality of the food, but also the stress. When you're under stress, you're going to eat a lot. Stress does that to you. I'm going to make a slightly different route here. I'm going to take the road to the left here. Let me just change that. Boy, I can't stand when I can't remember something. Yeah, so many things are happening. Let me fix this.
I would rather die.
Sorry, I had to fix the handle of this carriage.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying. I would never, ever.
So he said, this is the Ramble. The beautiful Ramble. It's the Oak Bridge.
Do you think
I can hear the crickets, can you? Yeah, so this is very nice. So yeah, I'm up in here. And you know, I'm gonna end, 'cause I don't want this video is already long. Yeah, so it's almost an hour already. So yeah, I'm huffing and puffing here. It is hot and I'm going up on a slightly up incline here. So I thank you for listening. I hope what I said was of some interest to you. And what would you want? How would you want to improve New York City or whatever city that you live in? Okay? So you take care, enjoy, and be safe. Bye-bye.